Hold tight, you degenerates, because what we witnessed at the Czech MotoGP sprint wasn't just a race. It was a bloodbath, a masterclass in psychological warfare, a cold-blooded execution orchestrated by the undisputed Don of the asphalt, Marc Marquez. Forget your pretty little fairy tales of fair play and gentle overtakes. This was a gangster move, a calculated act of dominance so brutal, so utterly unapologetic, it made the rest of the paddock look like a bunch of kindergartners playing with tricycles. If you thought you knew racing, you just got slapped in the face with a dose of raw, unadulterated reality. A reality where Marquez doesn't just win. He breaks souls, he crushes spirits, he demolishes empires. Marc Marquez, the apex predator unleashed, a gangster's manifesto. Let's cut the pleasantries, shall we? Top 11 sprint wins from 12 rounds. 11 out of 12. Don't whisper it. Scream it from the rooftops. This isn't a winning streak. It's a bloody massacre. A relentless, surgical dissection of every single competitor who dared to breathe the same air as the god of gaps. He's not just a racer, he's a predator in leathers, a two-wheeled Terminator with an insatiable hunger for victory and a chilling disregard for anything resembling mercy. You want to talk about tire pressure penalties? The paddock was buzzing like a beehive, a pathetic chorus of worried whispers and nervous glances. And what did Marc Marquez do? He smiled, damn it, a cold, calculating, wolfish grin that said, "You fools are worried about tire pressure? I'm worried about the size of the victory margin." He wasn't just confident, he was contemptuous. He knew the system, he knew his bike, he knew his limits, and he knew he was bulletproof. While the rest were sweating over regulations, he was plotting his next kill, mapping out the precise moment to deliver the coup de grace. That wasn't just confidence. That was the unshakable arrogance of a king who knows his crown is untouchable. And then, the moment that will be etched into the annals of infamy, the move that cemented his status as the ultimate gangster of the grid. We've all seen the videos, heard the sycophantic comparisons. Pedro Acosta is the next Marquez. He's the heir apparent. He's the one to finally stop the legend. Stop him? Are you blind? Are you deaf? What you saw today wasn't a changing of the guard. It was a merciless, brutal, psychological emasculation. Marc Marquez, the Don, the Godfather, the true king of cool, was practically cruising at walking speed when he let Acosta go. Let that sink in. He allowed the hotshot rookie, the supposed future of the sport, to taste a moment of fleeting glory, to breathe some fresh air, as our man so eloquently put it, while he, the master, the puppeteer, simply followed. This wasn't a chase. It was a stalk. It was a calculated, chilling demonstration of absolute control. He wasn't just saving his tire temperature. He was saving his energy for the kill, building the anticipation, letting Acosta believe, just for a fleeting second, that he had a chance. And then, on the penultimate lap, when Acosta's hopes were at their highest, when the whispers of, "Is this it?" were turning into shouts of, "He's doing it," Marc Marquez flicked a switch. He didn't just overtake him, he devoured him. He hunted him down like a wolf on a lamb, like a shark on a crippled fish. He didn't just pass, he annihilated him, crossing the line with a 0.798 second gap that might as well have been a light year. This wasn't a race, it was a public humiliation. It was a declaration of war, a chilling reminder to every single young gun with a glimmer of ambition. I am still here, and I own this road. You want to talk about Pedro Acosta can beat Marquez? You just saw what happens when a cub tries to challenge a lion, when a street thug tries to go toe-to-toe with a cartel boss. Marc Marquez allowed Acosta to feel the wind, to dream the dream, only to snatch it away with a cold, surgical precision that would make a hitman blush. That's the difference between a godfather and a champion. A champion wins races. A godfather controls the entire damn game. He doesn't need you to make a mistake, he forces you into one, then punishes you for it. Pecco Bagnaia, the champion who forgot how to fight, a tale of technological treachery and tactical blunders. Now, let's turn our gaze to Pecco Bagnaia. Yesterday, he was a pariah thrown into Q1 like yesterday's trash, a testament to his volatile temperament. But we, the true connoisseurs of this brutal sport, we knew the fire within him, that stubborn refusal to yield. And damn, he proved us right. He nailed pole position today, a blistering 152.7, a time that screamed his intent from the rooftops. He found the raw speed, he found the rhythm, he found the setup. But here's where the story takes a dark, twisted turn, where the champion shows a momentary lapse in his killer instinct. Pecco, usually the epitome of the gentleman racer, decided to get his hands dirty, to embrace the ugliness of true competition. He knew Marc was a freight train, knew he couldn't hold him. So what did he do? Alex Marquez as a human shield. After blasting his own scorching lap, he strategically held Alex on his flying lap, effectively boxing him out, preventing him from shadowing his brother, creating a buffer, a wall against the inevitable. It was a ruthless, calculated move, a testament to the fact that in this gladiatorial arena there are no friends, only targets. Marc's crash, an unwanted gift from the racing gods, solidified Pecco's pole. Bezzecchi and Quartararo were hot on his heels, a clear and present danger, but fate, or perhaps karma, intervened with yellow flags and crashes, saving Pecco's skin from a potentially devastating blow. But then came the sprint, and the wheels didn't just come off. The entire damn chassis exploded. Pecco, the two-time world champion, the man who should be a fortress, was reduced to a flailing mess, not by a direct attack from a rival, but by a ghost in the machine, an electrical glitch, a wrong tire pressure warning. Can you believe the sheer, unadulterated irony of it? He was deliberately backing off, giving up positions, believing he was about to be penalized, convinced that his bike was about to betray him. From second place, he plummeted to seventh, a free fall of epic proportions, a humiliating retreat orchestrated not by a rival's brilliance, but by a phantom threat. He stormed into his garage, a storm of fury and frustration, only to discover it was all a lie, a system error. Pecco, my friend, you are a two-time world champion. Champions aren't just fast. They are brutal defenders. They are street fighters. They are pit bulls who never let go. When you saw Acosta pass, then 5 more riders stream past you, that wasn't just a lost position. It was a collapse of your defensive wall. You left nothing to do with your defense. You were paralyzed by a warning that turned out to be a damn illusion. Marc Marquez doesn't need a front guy to make a mistake. He forces mistakes. He capitalizes on the slightest hesitation. And in that moment of self-doubt, in that flicker of uncertainty, you, Pecco, became an easy target. This wasn't about speed. It was about the fortitude to fight, to adapt, to overcome even the unseen enemy. This was a lesson learned in the harshest possible way. Even a phantom punch can knock you down if you let it. And then there was the spectacle of Enea Bastianini. Remember him? The beast, who'd been a bit quiet, a bit subdued. Well, he just reminded everyone why he earned that moniker. This man performed a literal exorcism on himself. He cleaned his weight, almost 3 kilos, shedding not just pounds, but the very demons that might have been holding him back. He emerged from that bathroom, not just lighter, but hungry, possessive, a beast unleashed. He was a man on a mission, a guided missile aimed squarely at that podium. You saw it, we saw it. Multiple times. He missed hitting Quartararo by mere inches. This wasn't cautious riding. This was reckless abandon, controlled aggression, a man willing to sacrifice everything for a sniff of that champagne. His third-place finish wasn't just a result. It was a statement. It was the roar of a wounded lion reclaiming his territory, a brutal reminder that even when knocked down, the beast will rise, hungrier and more dangerous than ever before. He brought the fire, the intensity, the almost collision that makes this sport so damn electrifying. This was a vicious rebirth, a testament to the kind of internal fight that separates the good from the truly great. So, what have we learned from this brutal, exhilarating, soul-crushing sprint? We've learned that Marc Marquez operates on a different plane of existence. He doesn't just race, He dominates, he manipulates, he obliterates. His God mode is a terrifying spectacle, a cold and hard fact that everyone else on the grid needs to internalize. 11 sprint wins from 12 rounds, something no one has achieved, and frankly, something no one will achieve in our lifetime. He's not just breaking records, he's shattering the very concept of competitive balance. He's the Don, and the rest are just trying to survive in his brutal kingdom. We've learned that Pecco Bagnaia, the two-time world champion, has a chink in his armor, a vulnerability to the unseen enemy, to the psychological warfare of the dashboard. His speed is undeniable, but his resilience in the face of internal chaos needs to be forged in fire. He needs to embody that brutal defense, that unyielding spirit that defines a true champion, even when the gods of software are conspiring against him. He needs to become a fortress,